culture is what every parent wants to imbibe in their children. In so doing, you find out that we are in a global village where everybody is a citizen, and you find out that there are lots of distractions ranging from social media platforms, the cartoons for children, and then toys. If you look very well, in the advanced world, everyone is trying to simplify learning and reading for children. You must have heard about Rhyme Toys, a young boy of about 7 years old that makes sure that he uses toy as a means of learning for himself and his peers out there. So today, we are here at a fun fair organized by a young lady trying to see the qualities young people, children especially, have when it comes to reading. So let's go inside the crowd to see what parents have to say about reading culture in their children. Okay, can we meet you?
Mrs. Ibarubani.
MashaAllah. Parents are really very keen about reading culture in their children. What do you think about this event?
It's a very good opportunity for children of nowadays. When you think of it, during 90s we don't have such things.
Yeah.
You understand? Children of nowadays, anything that you want them to be in the future, you have to start it right from scratch. If you really wanted to have a child that value education, I think reading is the most important part of it. Because if I can remember during my own secondary school, I can't remember when I go to the class and read for my tests until I get to university.
Oh,
yeah. I think this fun fair is a very good one. It's a very good event that every parent should participate to engage their children into it.
My name is Halima AbdurRa'uf. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing about reading is when you put letters together to form words.
okay, now let's go here.
Stop meaningless of body, mind, out, and soul. Keeping surrounding clean and tidy should also be our.
Okay, let's go for next page.
This remembrance of Ar-Rahman, when done on daily basis, is keep up away from Shaitan.
MashaAllah. The next one.
E is for starting with Bismillah, and when the finish, always say Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. And the last page before we go.
G is generosity, sharing with other and love. When time giving other and Allah grant understand.
MashaAllah. So what would you say to children at home?
Children keep
Can we meet you?
Okay, I'm Aisha Bashir. I'm a system analyst and also a serial entrepreneur.
So what drew your attention into organizing this kind of fun fair, especially when it comes to reading?
Okay, we wanted the children from the age of 6 to 12 to know what the nation wanted to transfer the world into with the 17 sustainable development goals. So basically we want them to read through reading, which is one of the aim of this club today.
In a nutshell, would you say that this event has achieved its aims of organizing it?
Yes, it has. It has achieved its end. As you can see from what the kids are doing here, at least they are being creative, thinking of ideas how to solve all the issues on ground.
What advice would you give to parents to allow their children join this kind of club?
Okay, they should always allow their children to join such type of club. At least they will be aware of our 17 sustainable development goals at a very young age, from the age of 6 to 12 years.
MashaAllah.
My name is Aisha Bashir.
Okay.
Reading has put letters together.
Okay. So let's go.
What a terrible day that to as he started out the window of his room. No matter how hard he tried, everything was going wrong. Zach looked at his sister Hannah, who was outside helping their mother in the garden. They were laughing and having fun. It's all Hannah's fault, he said to himself. Hannah and her good kids. Zach started thinking about all that had happened that day.
What would you say to children like you at home about reading?
They should keep reading.
MashaAllah. Right now. Hello, welcome to my vlog channel again, and we are together with Aisha Bashir, the organizer of the Kids Funfair at Millennium Park, Abuja. So we're going to be talking about what drew your attention into organizing this kind of event, especially when it comes to reading. We know that every parent wants to see their children become someone great in life, and it starts by reading. You find some parents as little as 6 months old, they take their children to crèche.
Frankly, when you look at what is happening around, we lost our values and our culture in terms of reading. And not only reading, DSTV has taken the language of our kids. Technology is trying to steal their time. Conventional reading is becoming so difficult, even to adults. Now, the only way you can get them to come out is in such an environment. Getting a child to sit in a class or in a hall, psychologically they know that they are there to study. So you hardly get them to really read with fun. But the moment they had, we are going out, we are going to read out, invite your friends, they were so excited, counting days, counting hours. Now when we got here, before you know it, they mingle with a lot of friends. If they were home watching DSTV, probably they would be carried away by the cartoon that is being played.
Yeah.
And they won't even get to interact and bond. But here they were jumping around, calling their friends, painting, teasing those that cannot paint, laughing at those that cannot read. You can see the excitement
In them.
They are already seeing it as something different. Now, all of them are trying to struggle to read a particular book that the other person is reading.
My name is Fatima. I was 7 years old.
In Liberia. And his father. Barracks. He would not.
Very morning, his father dressed in
Regalia. Bullets across his body. Clap for yourself. What would you say to children at home?
If it's in a setup that looks like more of a class, the best thing or the highest point they can go to is just to sit and be watching the teacher.
Yeah, right.
But here they are trying to drag my attention. I need this, I want this, I want to paint this, I want to draw this. Someone said she wants to draw me.
Wow.
You can imagine.
As young as that age.
You can imagine. Then the other person says she wants to draw a ball.
Wow.
One was trying to draw apple. She changed her mind. She wanted to draw a house. Now, you can imagine if you're asking them to do this in a class, it's going to be a struggle.
Yeah.
But it's out here,
difficult.
they pick their pens, they picked their brushes,
Pencils.
they pick their pencils. They are doing what they like doing. Okay, now imagine you wanting to teach them how to write. It's simple to use this environment and tell them, okay, narrate what you can see.
Yeah, right.
So within themselves, they'll be able to pick 1, 2, or 3 things they can write. Within the class, it's all about the teacher, the whiteboard, and
The desks.
That's all. So we need to start taking our kids off the normal classroom
Setting.
and off the house. The idea of DSTV is good, yes I know, but when you look at it, it's taking their minds and their thinking towards a particular thing. They don't really get to explore.
Yeah,
You can
right.
see how they were jumping around here,
Yes.
playing with ball, playing with their balloons. If it's in the house, they will probably be seated in just one place.
True, right?
So that's the major thing. So for me is to see that we do this, even if it's once in a month. Take them out, let them invite their friends, invite even passers by. Let them come in for free, let them have fun, and let them go back and have this memory.
Yeah.
That's just what
So
is
you've
important.
talked about the DSTV where mostly children attention is fixed on Cartoon Networks.
Yeah.
So they have fun. Though some of those cartoons teach them 1 or 2 things. But you find out that when the attention of the parents is not really there, they can use the remote, change to another channel that's not good for them at their age. What do you think we need to do to correct that let me say it's a menace, because it's eating deep into the culture of children. You see that a child know which network is which. He knows when to, oh, my parents are not. As young as 5, 7, they know that, oh, when daddy is not there, let's switch to this network. We can see movies and all that.
I think we still have to go back to conventional way of parenting. When you look at it, during our time, we were not luxurious to have DSTV, but anytime is test by moonlight time, for instance, everyone is stick to the television and you all watch and go. Now they have varieties of choice. If there is no light, the generator is on. You as a parent, what do you need to do? During the holiday, the long vacation that went off, I made sure I engaged them with physical skills.
Wow.
You can't ask a child to sit and not watch telly without giving her anything, or him.
True.
What did I do? I made sure I got robotics before the holiday. I was planning this. I got robotics and engaged the boy without instruction manual. So at times it takes him 30 minutes, 1 hour to fix a particular robotic. What did I do for the girls? They don't know how to knit, they don't know how to crochet. I ordered for crocheting things and I just gave it to them and downloaded 3 videos on the mobile phone used for the house and deleted every application and games. I left them with that. If I'm off, I go to work. By the time I come back, I'll make sure they have done things. So when I come, I ask them, what have you done today? Let me see. This one will tell you, I've been struggling since morning. I couldn't do anything. The one that I did, I lost it and I'm trying. So before you know it, they don't even know how to do it. The time they are taking to study it, it's more than enough time they will waste watching the telly. If you want to take a television out of a child's life today, you have to engage them with physical activities.
It is alternative.
If you don't provide another solution, you can't stop them from watching.
True.
So you have to get craft. We need to go back to the drawing board and look at it. What are the available crafts they can use within our space? I understand that a lot of us have limited or small space within the house, but there are still things they can do within the house with that limited space. Crafting, anything hand takes a lot of time to learn. So we have to identify the things they can do themselves, and you don't seem to teach them, because when you do, you're giving them an easy way out to find how to do it. Give it to them, ask them to learn it, but give them a task or a sample, tell them to figure out. The time they are going to take to figure it out is a very long time. And then you now get some inspirations of those kids that are expert at it. You play for them, they see, they get inspired. I have a boy I'm following on Instagram, Jonas, who crochets from, I think he started at age 5, he's 11 today.
Wow.
So every morning what I do to them, permit me, I blackmail them. I will just scroll through his Instagram channel, I will show them all he did. And I'll ask them, okay, look at it, a small boy can do this, what can you do? You now see them struggling, I want to do this, I want to do that. Before you know it, they will pick at least one out of the 6, 5, 7 and stick to it, and they struggle to get it perfectly.
Mashallah.
That's what I will encourage us to do, actually.
Mashallah. Would you say that this event achieved its aims like you foresee?
I was expecting to get like 5, 7 kids. You can see the turnout.
Yes.
And they are all excited. The fact that the rain wants to spoil the show, they don't want to go. You can see one of them crying out.
Yeah, right.
I had to promise him I will go and bring him back again. But I know I will still do it again. So the whole idea is, no matter how busy we are, we need to create time for these kids. And trust me, from the jumping around, from the playing around, I got to pick 2 things that I needed to hear from my children. One spoke about what one of her classmates does when the teacher is not in class.
Wow.
Ordinarily, you can't get to hear this in the house because they are not excited. They are very careful about what they say. But when you take them out of the class activities and you're doing something that looks like class activities, you get to hear a lot of things from them, because it's when they are drawing they can remember who did what. It's when they are drawing they can remember who was trying to copy during the exams.
Wow.
But when you keep them in the house and you want to like interview them to the full, they will cover the bad ones and they will say the good ones.
In a nutshell, what advice would you give to parents who are willing to imbibe reading culture in their children, and the strategies they are supposed to explore to make sure that thing come to pass?
What we need to understand is every child learns differently. I studied my 3 kids. I understand what they want and how they study easily. Now, we started with a task. If I'm going out in the morning, I ask them, do this, do that before I comes back. And whatever you learn out of it, write it out. it failed at the beginning. So I now said, okay, after each between Maghrib and Isha prayer, we sit down together, we read a book. Then I ask you, what lessons have you learned from that chapter?
Or the chapter.
Some of Imran is more of a summary person. He can summarize everything. Rukaya will prefer to write. Imtisal will prefer to write. So you need to understand. Start with the available ones and see the ones that works for them finally.
And stick to them.
Yes, and stick to that. If, for instance, narration is better, you know that you can't force that child to write, but gradually you can teach the child how to write.
Yeah.
Then the person that loves writing, you can allow the person to write, but at the same time,
do
teach
narration.
how to narrate and say. Because communication is very important, but we all communicate in different ways. So start with at least a chapter in a day, at least, no matter how busy you are. Even if it's a page from a book, give them to read or read it for them and ask them the lessons they learn from it. That's what works for me, and I think we can all try that and see.
MashaAllah, thank you very much for being part of this. And this is where we're going to draw the curtains of this edition of Real Talk Vlog, where we had children came out in numbers to come and attend a fun fair that's talking about reading culture, and we all see the turnout. Children are people that are excited with what they see around them, especially when the place look like a playing ground.